Bhadla Solar Park is the largest solar park in the world. In this location, solar panels have been put over 14,000 acres of land. 2,245 megawatts is the overall capacity. You can see the full potential of solar energy in these enormous solar power facilities. In terms of solar energy, Morocco is regarded as a global leader on a global scale. Additionally, Morocco is home to the biggest concentrated solar power plant in the world. The term concentrated refers to solar power plants that produce heat from sunlight by focusing it in the tubes you can see in front of the panels. The thermal energy is then utilized to generate electricity. Of the global renewable energy targets for 2022, solar energy is anticipated to account for 60% of total energy consumption. We are able to fly an airplane using solar energy. The ability to supply electricity day and night will be made possible by solar power panels in orbit. The amount of solar energy that reaches the Earth is unfathomable. The Earth receives 173,000 terawatts of solar energy at all times. This is more than 10,000 times what the world needs in terms of electricity. The estimated time it takes for sunlight to reach the Earth is 1.5 hours. Can supply the annual energy needs of the entire planet. It implies that solar panels may still supply the world's needs even if they are deployed in a relatively limited region. On June 9, 2022, India saw a record-breaking peak in electricity consumption of 210,793 megawatts. The equivalent of 200,000 megawatts. Additionally, the Bhadla solar power plant has a capacity of about 2,000 megawatts. So, if we build 100 of these solar power facilities in India, we can supply all of the nation's energy needs. Only by utilizing solar power. Returning to the 500,000 square kilometers estimate for the worldwide estimations, there are some intriguing comparisons. America's roadway network covers 94,000 square kilometers in total. It makes up around 20% of the necessary 500,000 square kilometers. 20% of the world's energy is consumed in America. It means that if solar panels are deployed in an area of equivalent size, the resources used by America to build roads, manufacture cars, and provide electricity may be replaced entirely by solar energy. Many additional issues surface. Other nations will have to rely on solar power if solar panels are erected in the Saharan countries. These nations will become extremely powerful. No other nation would desire that. The distribution of the energy will then be the second issue. If we constructed massive solar power plants in the Sahara Desert or in other locations across the globe, it would cost a lot of money, electricity, and waste to transport electricity to every region of the globe. That's correct, there are certain inevitable losses in the transfer of electricity from one location to another. Maintenance will be the third issue. Who will perform the solar panels' upkeep? They need to be cleaned frequently, particularly if they are put in a desert. When the solar panels get covered with sand from frequent sandstorms, they perform worse. You might be curious about how the Bhadla solar power facility handles this issue. There are more than 2,000 cleaning robots installed. The life cycle would come next as the major issue. The solar panels won't keep generating electricity indefinitely after they're installed. The lifespan of the solar panels is fixed. Typically, it is about 25 years old. For 25 years, we will have electricity before they need to be replaced. It will receive a lot of resources and funding. And while we are on the subject of money, one of the main issues is actually money. Why not build 100 solar energy facilities akin to the Bhadla solar power plant? We lack the resources, hence we don't have the money to do it. But do these issues have any solutions? The biggest solution, in our opinion, is to start thinking about solar energy on a personal level rather than only in terms of massive solar power plants. On a personal level, the majority of the large-scale issues we face are unimportant. Geopolitics won't be an issue if more individuals begin to have solar panels installed on their homes. At the individual level, maintenance will be simple. The maintenance will be done by the solar panel company. Additionally, it will save money for everyone. The cheapest option available today is rooftop solar power. No matter what state you reside in, if you have the room to install solar panels on your roof, you will benefit much from doing so. Two types of individual solar systems exist, both on and off the grid. On-grid denotes that the grid supplies power to the solar panel system you install at your house. Is going to be wired into the grid. There, you'll be able to use net metering. This means that during the day, your home will be powered first by the electricity produced by your solar panels, with any excess energy being sent to the grid, so that others could utilize it. Additionally, you take electricity from the grid at night when the solar panels are not generating any. The electricity you use off the grid must be paid for. Additionally, you will get compensated for the electricity you send to the grid. The total of the two will be your electricity bill. This practice is called net metering. An off-grid solution is the second choice. It implies that your solar system is not connected to the grid. In its place, a battery is attached. When there is no solar energy available at night, the energy stored in the battery will be used to meet the needs for electricity. The issue here is that batteries are frequently very expensive. An on-grid solar system is better for this reason. From a person's standpoint, it is a one-time investment with free electricity as the reward for the following 25 years. There will also be a break-even point for the investment eventually. That might take between 3 and 5 years. The first 3 to 5 years require investing. After then, the return will start to come in, and you receive pure profit from the 5th year to the 25th. When referring directly to India, there is an extra advantage. The Indian government offers subsidies for solar panel installation in homes of up to $94,000. Overall, solar energy has a lot of potential. Even if we only speak to each other personally, installing solar panels on people's homes and ceasing to build solar parks are not the greatest solutions. Or just using solar parks, no individual installations. In light of the situation, the available resources, and the requirements, we require a combination of both. Side of the solar system opposite solar energy is not a panacea for all issues. There are a number of issues and deficiencies. The disadvantages aren't the ones you're presumably contemplating. People believe that solar energy won't function as efficiently when the sky is overcast or during the winter, which is its major drawback. This is untrue. You would observe that if 6 units per kilowatt per day are produced in the summer, only 3 units per kilowatt per day are produced in the monsoon. Throughout the winter, 4 units per kilowatt each day. There is a tiny difference, but it isn't noticeable. Because photovoltaic technology depends on light, it will continue to function regardless of rain or clouds as long as there is enough light surrounding it. This explains why solar panels can still be seen in many chilly locations. Many homes in northern European nations have solar panels. Despite the extreme cold there, they will function as long as there is light. Solar energy has a very promising future. The cost of manufacturing solar panels decreases yearly. There are emerging innovations and technology. The solar panel's effectiveness is rising. More inventive strategies are being developed by people to produce solar energy. Not just on land or inside homes, but also on bodies of water. Kerala is home to floating solar power installations. These solar panels are also utilized to power tourist resorts in the Maldives. These have also been introduced in the section on transportation. You might not find the idea of solar panels on vehicles to be particularly intriguing, but solar-powered boats and aeroplanes are also being explored. The SUN-21 solar boat now holds the Guinness World Record for making the fastest solar-powered crossing of the Atlantic Ocean. An aircraft named Solar Impulse 2 has 17,000 solar cells on each of its wings. Without using any gasoline, this aircraft traveled 40,000 kilometers. With these inventive thoughts for the future, even more futuristic concepts are being debated. Like setting up solar panels in space. Actually, an interesting fact that you might find shocking is that spaceships were the first to use solar energy. The first artificial satellite with solar panels was launched in the 1950s on board the spacecraft Vanguard I. On its third launch from Cape Canaveral, Project Vanguard hits the mark after 2 highly publicized failures. The nose cone of a 3-stage rocket holds the grapefruit-sized satellite. The launch process then starts. Still in orbit, the satellite. There are currently more than 50 British technology companies. UK Space Energy Initiative and Airbus are 2 examples. In order to work together and build a solar power plant in space, they intend to build an orbiting power station. The Earth in a manner comparable to other satellites orbits. They want to install enough solar panels so that the energy they create may be beamed down to Earth and utilized there. Using microwaves, they will try to beam the energy to Earth for use here. There are several issues that do not exist in space, such as night, rain, clouds, and dust. Therefore, it is predicted that the solar system installed in space will generate 13 times as much energy as it can on Earth. By 2035, they intend to make it a reality. But only time will tell if it's actually feasible. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe.